Hello, Mimi.
Hi, Morgan. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. I'm so excited to chat with you today and catch up.
Same. I'm super excited. I think we talked a little bit before that we have done this before in a way. We had a kind of like women in business chat a few years back, and I learned all of the incredible things that are happening at Tiny Tassel. So I'm excited to kind of full circle
I
it a few
know
years later and see what you've been up to.
it's definitely full circle. That was almost,
Awesome. Well, I have to jump in, of course, because I think
it was almost 6 years.
I know. I feel like we may have a little lag there,
Yeah.
but
Go ahead. Go ahead.
perfect. I know, almost a year, and you are still doing incredible things, as evidenced by the dress that I am wearing, which I am so excited about. And told you off stage that the design, the print is just incredibly vibrant, incredibly beautiful, but I think so meaningful, especially for women of color. So I would love to kind of jump in there and talk a little bit about maybe what you have in store in terms of designs. Maybe start here with this dress,
Mhm.
this piece, and just talk a little bit about what's in store for this holiday season.
Yeah, so for everyone joining us, I'm Mimi, founder of the Tiny Tassel, and we're a joyful boutique and brand, a design house based here in Charleston, South Carolina. And my mom actually illustrated and designed the dress, the Septima dress that you're wearing. And it's such a vibrant, beautiful representation of iconic women. And we call it our iconic women print. And we love sharing this because exactly what you said, the representation of just beautiful women all over it in different styles, different ages, different skin tones. It is just so beautiful to wear it and to gift it. And so it's a piece that we've loved having in our shop and a piece that we love designing in new iterations every season.
I love it. And it's such a comfortable wear. And I love that in gift giving that you can be really intentional about someone who would appreciate not only the design, but the wear. Like for me as a mom, it is like one of those kind of throw on pieces that I can get to car rider line and get out the door looking really cute. And so again, I just really love this piece. I mentioned to you, my daughter is going to be ecstatic to see it because she's got these really great big afro puffs happening today at school and all the holiday cheer, and it's just going to hit for her. So talking about gifting in that, can you talk with us a little bit about some of the other gift options that are really hot this season? I guess I could say hot, cold for today, but just things that you see that people are really into in terms of gifting in the store.
Yes. So we are known as one of the go to shops to gift shop in Charleston and beyond. We have our online shop as well. And a lot of our pieces are made to gift. And I always tell
Mhm.
customers that our storefront and our collection is truly that it's a collection of my favorite things that I want to receive, I want to wear, I want to gift it to my sisters, to my best friends. And so I've got a few pieces with us today because we just restocked some of my absolute favorite things to gift.
Oh my gosh,
So
the oyster! I can't even. I can't even.
So this is our oyster clutch. It's got a beautiful crossbody chain, and the details on it are so stunning. All of
Mhm.
our beaded pieces, my mom and I sketch out, and we work with a small business, and they hand bead every single piece for us. And this oyster clutch is one that we cannot keep in stock. And so it's for all the low country lovers, the oyster lovers, and just
Mhm.
the foodies who love a whimsical purse. This is one of my absolute favorites. And then another thing that we love sharing every holiday season are our holiday statement earrings. So we just brought back our candy canes to celebrate a decade of joy. I know you've got on our new gold bows. I've got on our poinsettias, and we have so much fun designing these cute styles. And I don't know about you, Morgan, but it's so easy to get like caught up in the rush of the holiday season. And I love stopping every morning and just putting on a fun pair of holiday earrings.
Yeah.
And the number of times it makes people around me in life, whether it's friends or strangers, slow down and say, oh my gosh, I love those earrings. And it just like resets us and puts us in the holiday spirit a little more. So, our holiday earrings, our beaded purses, a couple of my favorites to kick off.
I love that. And I love too, when you talked about just the intention of the Tiny Tassel is really to have those like moments of joy, those pieces that spark joy. And I think that that does that. When you have a piece and someone stops you to talk about it, you have a minute to kind of break, right, from the routine of the day and just have a little joy with somebody else. So I totally appreciate that. One of my favorite collections, I don't know if you've gotten to it or you didn't get to it yet, but I have to, as a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, have to talk about the Divine collection.
Yes.
And I would love to learn a little bit about what inspired that and what you're seeing, because I already have my cart full of gifts for soror friends and then some friends who are in, some other sororities, but some options for them as well. So tell us a little bit about that too.
Yeah, so we launched our first Divine collection last August, and we actually spend the month of August on Martha's Vineyard every year. And we're hosted by our friends at Be Blunt for a summer pop-up shop. And so because of that, we expanded our Divine collection to have multiple pieces for AKA, Delta, SG Rho, and Zeta Phi Beta. And we don't discriminate. We design for all 4 sororities because we truly love celebrating the sisterhood and all that goes into being a member of each sorority. And so we've designed everything from beautiful earrings to dresses, clutches, little accessories that are so easy to gift and to treat yourself with too. And it's been so special. We were talking about this before we started live, but it's so special when we have customers stop into our shop and it may be their first time in or their 10th time in, and they spot colors of a sorority that it's just like flagging them to think of their mom or their own sorority or their cousin. And we love when customers are able to stop in and say, oh my gosh, my sister would love this, or oh my gosh, my college roommate would absolutely kill for this. And we want our customers to be shopping with intention and choosing things like the Divine 9 collection that represent really special parts of their friends' lives.
I love that. And I think for those of us in sororities, we can speak to just how important the service part of the sisterhood is, obviously, but the sisterhood is the heart of the organizations and those friendships and those bonds. And a big part of that a lot of times is the legacy piece. And I know that you can resonate with that because you work closely with your mom, who you mentioned designs some of the pieces. So can you walk us through? I know that there's an opportunity to see that in action coming up in store, but just how your mom has played a role, especially in the holidays, in the store and the designs, and a little bit about what's coming up with her.
Yeah, so my mom has worked with me at the Tiny Tassel for 9 out of the 10 years, and it has been such a fun journey to be able to work with her and to see her skill just shine and evolve. She's been a fashion designer my entire life, long before I was even thought of, and it's really special to walk into our shop every day and see her designs hanging on the racks and to see customers wearing them out in the world and sharing them and loving them. And every holiday season, we design a really special collection that's meant to just celebrate joy. And it's always a little extra over the top with like extra ruffles and extra bow here and there, an extra dose of pink because I'm a pink girl and we love having that in every collection. And my mom is always, she makes me laugh because she's always saying, oh, this design reminds me of a dress you wore when you were 5 years old that I love. And like she thinks of me still as that like 5-year-old girl sometimes. So it's really like playing dress up with my mom and having her design pieces that I love to wear and love to gift and share with our customers has been so special.
I love to hear that. And in just having a very close relationship with my mom also, I can imagine that working with her just adds to that memory bank for you all in all aspects and overcoming challenges together and working through things together. So that's so cool that you're able to experience that with her. And then it will be, let's see, the 13th, is that correct? When she'll be in store with you.
Yes.
And she'll, I think I read she'll be designing like live on site, right?
So next
That's
Saturday,
amazing.
December 13th, we'll have her in the storefront. And if you haven't come in and met her yet, you've got to come in. Her energy is infectious. She's so creative and she's just a lot of fun. But she'll be live sketching from 2 to 4 p.m. in the store. And so we've done this at a few other events and we've had so many requests for her to do it again, where you can stop in, say, with your daughter, your mom, and she'll sketch you live and
Oh, I
even
love
bring a dog or a picture of your cat or dog and she'll sketch them too. And it's just a fun way for us to share her creativity and our creativity with our customers and with our new friends that will stop into the store that day.
Oh, that is going to be fantastic. And people can find more information about that on your socials and website and all of that, I'm sure.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I am particularly drawn to those mother-daughter conversations, as you know, because I recently wrote a book about my daughter and I. So I am just really excited to share some of your pieces that have added to our memory bank. So let's see, I'll start with just a little view of my book that is inspired by my daughter, Arlington. And I wrote this book rather in just what you talked about, some of those special moments that you have had with her. So I was home with Arlington, or am home with Arlington, and she's in kindergarten now. And we had just really, really special times up until her going to big girl school, as she said. And so whether it was, museum trips or painting in our backyard or grabbing ice cream between, different places we were hopping around to, or even just kind of hanging out at home, making those little memories. This book really captured that for me. And you were so gracious to send some pieces that kind of added to those memory banks for us, because I always do a special tree in her room. And so we added some of your ornaments to that tree. So I just wanted to show these off. So yes, we added these to her room and she was, again, so excited. The beaded Santa, which I am just in love with, and I love too, Mimi. I think it's just really special for her to be able to see herself in all of these pieces. So we added this. She loved it. She also noted that he had a pink hat, which why not? Love that. So that's hanging on her tree now. And then, now I pulled it off. Please don't tell her, but we'll put it back soon. And then we put this nutcracker that you sent also. Hopefully that's catching too. Again, another opportunity to see herself, as well as pink and green. So I don't know, Mimi, it seems like you're a little partial to some colors, but we loved this as well. So I just wanted to thank you for that really gracious gesture in sending those and adding to our memory bank as well.
Of course, we love designing our beaded ornaments and our beaded pieces every year. And I love collecting ornaments. I have a collection from the past years of traveling and being gifted them. And my friends and family know that I love a quirky, whimsical tree. And so we had so much fun designing over a dozen beaded ornaments this year. And our Black Santa and our Nutcracker, they were at the top of the list. Like, they were no-brainers for us. They'll come back every year in different outfits and different colors, because it is so important to have representation. And I just think of all the little kiddos out there that can walk up to a tree or to hang it on their tree and say, like, oh my gosh, like, this looks like me, or this looks like my grandpa, or whoever it might bring to their mind. And it just brings me so much joy to think of that.
I love it. And it again has brought us so much joy. And then again, like you said, it's not necessarily the pieces sometimes, but just the conversations and the memories and the things that come to mind when you have those moments together. So really appreciate those and love those. We were talking a little bit off camera too about other ways to kind of have those memories. And I thought this was so neat, but private shopping hours within the store. Can you talk a little bit about how those work? And I love the idea of a girls' trip. We talked a little bit about that, but can you share more?
Yeah. So first off, we have our flagship store in downtown Charleston, South Carolina, and we're the only Black and Asian-owned women's boutique located downtown. So it is really special for me to be able to open our doors to everyone. And we love having private groups come in after hours and they get the store to themselves. So whether it's a chapter of sorority sisters, a birthday group, a bachelorette, or last year we even had a third grade class come in and all the moms
Oh, wow.
and it was so much fun.
That's so
And
fun.
we serve a little bubbly, non-alcoholic,
Yeah.
and it's so much fun to just have on a fun playlist and have balloons around the store and to get
Mm-hmm.
everyone shopping. And especially now in the holiday season, some people don't have friends and family around, whether they're new to the city or they've moved far away from home. And so these private shopping events have been so special to see people gathering in our store and celebrating a little early. And even in the new year, we've got a couple of groups booked to celebrate Founders Days and
That's
birthdays,
fun.
things like that. And it's just so much fun to give people this like after hours experience in our storefront.
Yes, that sounds like such a great time. When we hop off, I'm going to text a couple friends to see when we can make Charleston happen, because
Yes.
that is so fun. So when you are hosting these events, I think people a lot of times look at you as kind of like the ultimate gift giver because you are in this world of great gifts all of the time. Are some key pieces of advice that you give ladies, or maybe men too, when they're coming into the store and picking out gifts for special people in their lives?
Yeah, I always tell people don't just give a gift to give a gift. Like, I would so
Mhm.
much rather you give a belated birthday card or belated birthday or holiday gift rather than rush and just pick something up off a shelf that may not have as much meaning. And I think the person receiving it will feel the power and the impact behind an intentional gift. And I share that all the time because the holiday season is our busiest season of the year. And my family and I, we have a tradition that I don't actually truly celebrate the holiday season until January because
Yeah.
I want to be present and I want to be intentional. And it started just by happenstance years ago when I was in college and couldn't leave to go home for the holidays because I was working in retail shops. But now it makes it even more special because I get to be like in these stores after the holiday season at some of my favorite small owned shops, like going in and picking out things and supporting these businesses and also getting to really stop and think like, okay, what did my sister love this year? What is she into? What are some of her like goals for next year? Like one of my sisters, for instance, she's engaged and she's getting married in July. So
Oh,
I feel like
congratulations.
it just makes it more fun this holiday season to shop for kind of like bridal slash holiday gifts and just being more intentional and stopping and thinking. And it's not always about the amount that you spend
Hmm.
or the number of gifts that you give, but more so about the purpose and the intention behind it. And I love thinking like, okay, will this gift make my friend laugh? Will it make them like tear up because it brings a special memory to mind or a special
Yeah,
person to mind? Will it make them feel more confident? And most of all, will it
I
bring
love that.
joy? And so those are just a few tips and pieces of advice that I would give to anyone, whether you're 5 years old shopping for your grandma for a Christmas gift or your 50-year-old man shopping for your 20-year-old daughter. Like think of these things as you're shopping.
Yes, 100%. And I will say one thing that I love about the shop is as I'm browsing the web page is it's really easy to picture your family or friends in the pieces, like the way you have kind of told the story of the pieces through your website and through the photography. It's easy to kind of place that with somebody in your life. So love those tips for sure. Tell us then about Tiny Tassel's holiday hours, when you all are open, when people can stop in, all of that good stuff so we can find you.
Yes. So we are open Monday through Saturday every week. We're always closed on Sundays and
Mhm.
we're open 11 to 5 during the week. And on Saturdays, you get an extra hour to shop with us from 10 to 5. And we've got a few holiday events coming up in and outside of our store. You mentioned our first one next Saturday, the 13th, where my mom will be live sketching. And after that, we'll be at the Holy City Holiday Market on
Oh,
the
great.
20th. And that's going to be a ton of fun. I think there's 200 local brands and vendors that will
Oh,
be there.
wow.
So if you haven't started your holiday shopping, that is certainly the place to be for that, to support local brands. And our shop is just meant to be this place right now during the holidays that feels really warm and really joyful and vibrant. And so we just invite everyone to stop in. And whether you're just stopping in to say hey because you're in the neighborhood, or you're thinking of Christmas gifts and holiday gifts for friends and family, we want to be the place that's top of mind for everyone.
That is so fantastic. And I can say, Mimi, having followed the Tiny Tassel journey for a while, I think you're just doing such an incredible job capturing, again, that spirit of joy, but also that low country, like cultural aspect that is very unique to South Carolina, and the things that we wear and how we wear and express our joy through clothing and pieces. So I'm so excited and so congratulations to you for all of the growth and incredible things that have happened. Any final words or final thoughts for holiday cheer for us?
Ooh, I love thinking about traditions of like how, even outside of gifting, like how I'm spending the holidays. I know I mentioned I celebrate after as far as the gifting side of things, but I love thinking of like time with my friends. I'm headed to a favorite things holiday party next Wednesday with one of my best friends. She's hosting it. And I love seeing this trend come about where you get to bring your favorite thing and gift it to the other
Yeah.
women there. And it's going to be so much fun. And I
Yes.
also think of just like stopping and spreading cheer, whether that's like baking a new holiday recipe or making a like festive
Mhm.
pot and wrapping gifts with fun music or a Christmas movie on. Like those are all the things that I'm not shying away from this holiday season.
I love that. One of my favorite traditions, which is actually not, I guess, as family focused, is I love doing our Christmas cards and making puppy chow and addressing our Christmas cards while eating puppy chow and watching a Christmas movie. It is like something I look forward to every year. I love the kind of moment of intention and downtime. So I completely get that. It's fun to have those traditions that are just something you look forward to.
I love that so much. My best friend makes such a good puppy chow. So now I need to send her a text and say, like, hey, can you make us some holiday puppy chow? That made me so happy to think
There's an
about.
art to it.
There is.
Yes, the peanut butter chocolate ratio it's an art. It's a science. Even better.
Is there anything
I
that
love it.
anything that you and your daughter and new baby boy will be doing to celebrate his first Christmas?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm so excited. So yes, he is almost 8 months old, and we don't have any major plans. Like, we traditionally have traveled during the holidays, which has been really fun because it's kind of off season and, great to be warm or someplace, different. But with him being so young and all of that, we're just going to kind of keep it low key. But I'm really looking forward to just making it really special for both of my children, and my husband as well. But just keeping it a really kind of cozy, close knit, quiet Christmas. We do Elf on the Shelf, of course. I am every day coming up with something for our elf to do. But other than that, just those little moments is what I'm most looking forward to with them.
Yeah, I love that. I think all the tiny moments add up to those traditions and memories that we'll think of, and
That's
your
it.
kids and your husband will think of years down the road. I love that.
I agree. I think it, like, when we think back to, I don't know if you can attest to this, but thinking back to the holiday season with your family, it was never really things. It's just like this feeling of just
Mhm.
goodness. And so I'm hoping to recreate that. I feel like these little moments too, these conversations, connecting with other women, these are part of those experiences as well. So thank you for sharing that little bit of joy and letting me share some of my joy as well.
Of course. And Morgan, I know you shared your book briefly, but tell us where
Yeah.
people can pick it up for holiday gifting. I think it's such a beautiful book.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is actually on Amazon. And it is just under the title, These Are the Days. So again, it really just follows the journey of my daughter and I and all these really special moments that we've had. We talked a little bit about representation, and that was really important to me as well, obviously with it being about my daughter, but I really wanted pictures that she could see us in. She could see us in different moments. And I was really excited to work with a Black illustrator and Black publishing house as well. So I just really think that this story is obviously very meaningful for me, but I think any mother, daughter, father, son, but any family connection can relate to just these little moments that add up to just a really great experience. And for me, it was this time that we had together beforehand. Or before she went to school. So again, you can find it on Amazon, and also it's at a local bookstore in Columbia, All Good Books, which I am just always really excited to support small business. All Good Books is an independent bookstore, and it's just really cool to me to walk in and see my book there. So you can also go in and check out a cool place as well and pick up the book.
I love that so much, and congratulations on publishing a beautiful book. It's so special to see that out in the world and to just be spreading more joy with that.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Thank you. I think you can attest to the feeling of your work or your thoughts or your art that's in your head being on something tangible, and seeing it is a really great feeling. So I appreciate all of that kindness towards the book, and would love to share it with everyone as well.
Wonderful. Well, Morgan, I'm so glad that we had a few minutes to chat today. And thank you so much for following along the Tiny Tassel and cheering us on from Columbia over all of these years. Yes. And I can't wait to hear about your daughter's reaction to your new dress that you've got on today.
Yes. I will definitely share that. And thank you, Mimi, for the second to chat. So I guess maybe we should make it not another 5 years before we connect again and follow up on everything happening. Thanks so much, Mimi.
Thanks, Morgan. Bye.
Bye, everyone.